It's new to me.
Okay. So new stuff is good.
I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying I never heard of it.
You should have heard what Lucas said last night.
What do you think?
Mary goes, we're at dinner. Mary goes, I heard Howard giving you shit about the Fallon appearance. And Lucas goes, well, what was he saying? I said, he was saying I was fat, this and that. And Lucas goes, it's just so funny when he doesn't know the show. He goes, I don't think that's very nice considering all you do for him. I was like, just chill out, kid. Look at the roof.
He's right. There's nothing nice about the show.
Gary was on the wrap-up show accusing me of being mean to him about his appearance on Jimmy Fallon. I don't give a fuck about his appearance on Jimmy Fallon. I'm just saying he was fat, and he goes, I'm not fat. He doesn't... Did you see his appearance?
I have not.
Oh. Gary looked heavy. I'm not saying he's obese, but he wore a shirt that was ill-fitting, and his belly and tits were, like, kind of apparent. Sorry. I mean, if you wear your jacket, it covers it up. You're heavy.
But you say you don't give a fuck about me on Jimmy Fallon, but then you spend 15 minutes talking about how awful it is. So you clearly do give a fuck.
Well, you're on my show. You're my
no, but you just
producer.
said I don't give a fuck about
How many
Gary?
executive producers of a radio show or television show are on a Fallon appearance? I got Ronnie on the he's busy in Jamaica on his appearances. I got you. So how could I not keep tabs on this? You guys are out there representing my show.
I didn't say. You just said you don't give a fuck about it.
I don't.
But you do.
No, I don't.
Well, then why'd you talk about it?
Because it's interesting to my audience.
So
I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't watch that if I do it for my audience. They want to know, hey, Howard, what did you think of Gary's appearance on Fallon? I wouldn't watch that.
Why wouldn't you watch it?
Because I don't care about it.
About what?
About you on Jimmy Fallon.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Well, he wouldn't be on Jimmy Fallon, though. If...
Right, of course.
I'm aware of that.
So I know my audience is going to say, hey, some of the things I watch because it's part of pop culture. And it's certainly part of our culture. 20 people call in and go, hey, what'd you think of Gary on Jimmy Fallon? And I go, well, okay, let me take a look at this. So here's what I thought. I think you're a good conversationalist. I like that. I said your shirt was wrinkled and you look slovenly.
Do you think you look appropriate?
Yes, I think you can watch a lot of shows where guys don't wear jackets. A lot of talk shows where men come on.
You needed a jacket.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah. That's all I'm giving is my opinion. I don't know why that's so controversial.
It's not controversial. It's just negative.
You supposed to give up?
It is negative. I mean, you want me to lie and say you look good? You don't. You look terrible.
I think mostly when it comes to me, it's nothing but negative opinion.
No, I just said your conversation was very good.
Well, you really didn't, because you said, because then you keyed in on one line of a 6-minute interview.
But what do you want me to do? Okay,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
The first story was good. I've heard
the one about you
before, and I liked that. No, the one about getting guests.
Yeah, about us, the show.
About the show. That was a good story. Then you started promoting your new program on VH1 Classic and you started to talk about pieces of vinyl, Questlove, and I think you lose everybody. It was boring. It was.
But you don't. But the show you don't like.
Boring.
But it's boring to you.
And Jimmy Fallon checked out.
Oh, please.
You
can't say that.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean Jimmy Fallon checked out?
He liked it. Okay, sorry. I mean, what do you want from me? I'm telling you that shirt was ill-fitting.
Fine.
And you look slovenly.
That's an opinion.
Yeah.
Well, how was he mean to you?
Well, Robin,
I don't know.
Do you think it was a positive review?
Yeah.
Come on, no, wait, hold on, Robin.
Yes.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Really?
Yeah, so she answered
you embarrass yourself.
And then you say, shut the fuck up.
No, but you embarrass yourself by saying that.
He said you were, he was interested in what you had to say.
Yeah.
It's a talk show.
I just think it's ridiculous that you're trying to relate to the public. You talk about pieces of vinyl and that fucking
Well, maybe I'm
jukebox.
relating to that public that cares about it.
The public that cares about records is small, but okay, fine. Just call them records. That's what they are. When did you become this? Well, Jimmy, I have over 4,000 pieces of vinyl. And Questlove, I understand you. How many pieces of vinyl do you have?
And then he answered. He didn't go.
70, he said,
Questlove didn't go. What the fuck's a piece of vinyl?
When does Questlove have anything to say?
From time to time.
He's not going to sit there and get into a dialogue with you about, hey, jackass, why don't you call them records? He's not going to be mean.
Well, that's your job.
By the way, that outfit looks nice today that you're wearing.
Thank you.
It would have been great for Jimmy Fallon with your jacket. All right. Well, anyway, that's my opinion. Listen, I really watched it because it's a topic that the audience was asking me about on Twitter, did you watch Gary? Did you watch Gary?
Oh, I'm
I
not
said,
asking
well,
why you. Of course, I would think you might
so
watch it.
I watched it. I'm not looking to get on you. I'm not.
You
What do
sort
I
of-
care?
I think it's hard to find. It's more fun to make fun of me than it is to say a positive thing about me.
I said something positive. That story you told,
Right,
you told very well.
and you said 9 things negative.
Yes.
In all, it's generally a negative review.
I said 3 things negative.
I always like to look at the positive.
The positive was you told a very good story about how difficult it was to get guests when we worked at the NBC building, and you told it well. That's all. I don't know what you want from me. You screwed up when you walked over to, you didn't realize how to walk to the couch.
That's true.
That was hysterical.
Okay.
There's 2 ways to walk. He walked the wrong way. Secondly, you looked slovenly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Told a boring story.
And you told the boring story with
And
pieces,
used pieces of vinyl. So
well, I'm combining those into 3 negatives.
Thanks.
And the positive was you told a great story about getting guests. How is that overwhelmingly negative?
You're a funny dude.
That's not overwhelmingly negative.
You're a funny man.
The appearance, a jacket you can improve on. It's simple. Your clothing.
If you don't see it as
Ask your wife
overwhelmingly
before you go
negative,
out.
then you're blind. But that's okay. I mean, I just think you're not seeing it.
I don't see it as overwhelmingly negative.
Do you see it as
When he
positive?
looks-
Overwhelmingly negative is goofing on you when you went on Jimmy Kimmel and threw that ball and you
Right.
couldn't even fucking throw a ball to
Got
the guy.
that.
That was negative.
Got that?
That was ridiculous.
I understand.
And I knew how upset you were about it, so I laid off you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. Go back and listen. I did. I felt for you. But this is stuff you can improve. You can certainly call records, not pieces of vinyl. And I believe you will start calling records. I do. I think you're gonna
Sometimes
drop
I do-
pieces of vinyl.
sometimes
it
I
doesn't relate to an audience. They don't know what you're talking
It's a
about.
ridiculous, nitpicky,
right.
dumbass thing.
All right. Well, that's why I've gotten nowhere in life.
I didn't say you got nowhere.
I think everything through.
Gary's very pleased with the appearance.
I can't hear you.
She
I
can't
really
talk
can't.
over this.
Oh, wow. Is everyone standing?
Wow. Where's this from? I've never heard this before.
The Booey anthem.
I love it. Wow.
Who is that, Fred?
Hold on 1 second.
Fabulous.
Psych.
Yeah, oh, he's so good.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yes, Robin. I was pleased with the appearance. I was.
You didn't have any criticism of it at all.
I wish I would have found the desk easier, but other than that, I think it was a positive experience.
Good. Well, then we think that too. Are those clothes you're wearing or pieces of cotton?
I'm wearing a pant. I'm wearing
How
a
many
set.
pieces of cotton
I'm wearing
do
a
you
set
own?
of pant.
How many pieces of cotton do you own?
You're so silly.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Who calls a record pieces of vinyl? I never heard that. And I said to Gary this morning, this is what started this. I said to Gary, honestly, I mean, we're off the air. Who calls a record pieces of vinyl? When
Well, I
did that
didn't call
start?
a record. I called a collection.
Pieces of vinyl. I said, Gary, and this
It's
was
not
not
an
for the
unheard.
air.
It's not an unheard of expression.
That the first time I've heard of it is from you.
But on the wrap-up show yesterday, several people called who said, "Of course they've heard that expression before."
I think they're
so because you
appeasing-
haven't heard it, it couldn't have possibly
I
existed.
didn't say that. I said I've never ever heard anyone refer to a record as a pieces of vinyl.
I didn't refer to a record. It's a collection.
Okay, I've never heard anyone refer
Understood.
to a collection
But other
of pieces
people have.
of vinyl.
Other people have.
When did you begin calling records pieces of vinyl?
I don't know. Probably years ago. I mean,
Years ago. So you said, "Oh, I have this many pieces
Yeah,
of vinyl."
I think I
And
have.
where did you hear this term the first time? Do you have any recollection?
I don't.
You
I
do
don't.
not.
I could make up a lie, but
Yeah,
I don't have
okay.
an answer.
All right. So somewhere along the line, you heard this.
Yeah, I didn't write it.
That isn't your term?
No.
You heard somebody say how many
Howard,
pieces of vinyl?
Several people called the wrap-up show yesterday who said they've
Okay,
heard it.
I'm
so,
asking
so
about
I'm saying
you.
yes.
I understand
I
several
did not
people.
make
I'm
up the
talking
term.
to you.
I did not make up the term. That's the question.
Pieces of vinyl. How many files of digital do you have?
I have many digital files.
How many files of digital do you have?
Thousands.
That's how we refer to it in the collecting community, files of digital. No, it started because I question Gary and he gets angry with me, thinks I'm goofing on him.
Well, you are goofing on me.
I didn't
Well, hold
start
on,
out
you said-
goofing. I said, Gary, I've never heard the expression pieces of vinyl.
And you're
then you
goofing on-
jumped down my throat
But you're
because you said,
Hold on.
both so
You're
many people
goofing
called
on
in the
me.
wrap-up show.
I
I'm
don't
not.
think
I've
you're
never
goofing
heard-
on me. You're
I
goofing
wasn't
on
this
me.
morning. I was really curious. I said, where did this expression come from? Pieces of vinyl.
And I explained it to you, but it was apparently annoying to you.
It's like me looking at my hair.
There's an
Going,
e-
how many pieces of hair do I
There's
have?
an explanation that you don't care to understand, so
No,
it's
I
fine.
hear, I heard the explanation. I don't accept it.
Exactly.
Right.
We
Sounds
agree to
silly.
disagree.
Does anybody else think this is silly, Fred?
I'm personally.
Have you ever heard pieces of vinyl?
And I'm trying to be honest here. I've never heard that expression until
Right.
Gary said it.
That's
I'm not
what
saying that he's wrong.
Right.
I would have used the term either albums or records.
Yeah, I said,
but
hey,
I've
get something-
never called my collection.
Why would you call
pieces.
records pieces of vinyl? Like, wouldn't you just go,
I mean, I'm
I
with
could
you.
ex- I- you
think
want the
pieces of
explanation?
vinyl- There's vinyl flooring.
right?
It could be 1,000
Siding.
pieces of vinyl flooring mixed in with my records.
Right.
Yeah, but I
That's
mean,
what
they've
it is,
always been
Fred.
called records. Why do you need a new name for them?
I don't know.
It's like a fancy.
It sounds a little pretentious.
Yeah.
Personally.
Okay,
Pieces
fine.
of vinyl.
I'll take that from Fred. It sounds a little
Good.
pretentious.
Well,
but it's
gee,
not.
He's
It's not.
awfully negative. What is your favorite piece of vinyl, by the way? Mine is Sgt. Pepper's.
50 ways to rank your mother. That's my favorite piece of vinyl.
That's your favorite. Do you
Yes,
own that?
I do.
All right, so that's your favorite piece of vinyl.
It's one of them.
See, now you're being sarcastic.
I am?
Yeah.
I thought I was just being honest.
Yeah, all right. Well, you're not being honest because I'm asking you about pieces of vinyl and you're not being honest. Sgt. Pepper's is my favorite piece of vinyl. Does that sound weird to you, or would it be more? Would it be more relevant if I said my favorite record is Sgt. Pepper?
Again, it refers to a collection,
Okay.
not.
All
But
right.
again, you just want to do what you want to do, so go do it.
My question is, if you walked into a store and said, I would like to buy a piece.
No, I would say I want to buy a record, but when you're talking
No,
about a
you should say piece of
But I might
vinyl.
say, you might say how many pieces of vinyl do you have in the store because it's records and 45s and stuff. I'm just saying.
and the guy will beat you up.
That's all you got out of the Fallon appearance, just that one line?
No.
No, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
asking
yeah,
you
yeah.
about that.
That's all
I
you
didn't-
got.
That wasn't a critique of the Fallon appearance. I've heard you say
It
pieces
was.
of vinyl here and
Right.
on your
And
new
on
show.
your show.
You know. Do you refer to your teeth as teeth or pieces of ivory?
Pieces of ivory.
How many pieces of ivory?
32.
Jesus.
Are you sure it's just 32?
It seems like more.
Ah.
All right, anyway, no, congratulations.
On
I'm
what?
sorry.
On what?
On your Jimmy Fallon appearance. You were the best. I didn't say you were bad. I just asked why you couldn't find your chair. It seemed pretty easy to
Why
me.
I couldn't find my chair, why I'm a big fat pig, why
No,
I dress
I
like
didn't
shit,
say you were a
why
fat
I tell
pig.
a bad story
I said
except for the good story, the one good
shirt
story.
didn't fit you well. And you know what? On my early Letterman appearances, I wish somebody would have said to me, hey, you don't look good. Your clothing is not working for you. I'm not saying you're a fat piece of shit. I never called you a piece of
I know.
shit. I just said,
A fat slob. You just
I
say I'm
did-
slob. You say I'm slob.
well, I take that back. You looked heavy to me in that shirt.
Okay.
You know.
You know, again, I was saying to you this morning, one of the points I was making is, you know, I got up the next morning, you go on Twitter so you everyone
Right.
can tell you how horrible you are in every way.
Right.
And of the many critiques I got, the shirt or the heaviness was not any.
All right.
And I got
Well,
many,
mine was original.
many critiques.
All right. Well,
Would you take the word of a fashion consultant?
no, he doesn't listen to anybody. He's convinced that he looked
Sure,
good.
Robin.
Okay.
All right.
Because maybe we'll have it analyzed. And you'll see that Howard is actually trying to help.
Thank you, Robin.
I am. I mean, you know what it is? Gary's used to on that show being next to John Hine, who's the size of an elephant. So he thinks he's skinny now. Compared to John, you're thin.
He's Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Oh,
Gary's
my.
Bradley Cooper.
He's Bradley Cooper.
He's like, I'm thin. Look at John Hine.
I am of average weight.
Yeah.
Average weight. I am of average weight.
You look roly-poly to me in that
And
shirt.
do you understand that sometimes clothing can make you look heavy?
Sure.
Yeah. And John's got to lose a couple of pounds. I heard he was a little not hurt, but he was disappointed
He was.
didn't get asked on Jimmy Fallon.
He was, because John and I had done a bunch of press together, and they pitched us to Fallon, and he wasn't on, and he was bummed.
Yeah,
I understand. We do the show together.
right. John Hine, superstar. What are you going to do? Did it cause a rift between you two?
No, not
No.
at all. In fact, I called him before I accepted the appearance to tell him what was going on. He thought it was best for the show. He's a
Yeah,
good
John's
guy.
a reasonable guy. That's why I like John. He's not an asshole.
He's not.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, God, what critique would that have been?
Oh, John.
Oh.
John's got to lose weight. I've told him a million times, but John doesn't care. Gary gets all bummed out when I say it. He starts fighting with me. John's like, yeah, I know I do. Listen, I got to lose a couple, too.
I don't think you do.
I do. You haven't seen me with my shirt off. I'm sloppy. I know it. I'm harder on myself than you could ever be. I know what I look like. I'm a fucking mess.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm good looking or thin or anything. I'm saying
that shirt made you look heavy when you were sitting.
but hold on, let's talk
by
about
the way,
you for
I'm
a
not
second.
the only person who said it. It's just that these people won't come on the air and
That's
say
fine.
it. All right.
That's fine. But I don't think you're fat.
Thank you.
And
But
you always think
I'm sloppy. I'm not fat.
But I
Sloppy.
mean,
titties and I got a belly.
how many guys your age are tight?
I don't use that
Should
as an
he
excuse.
accept that?
No,
That's
I'm
right.
just saying it's hard to do. And you work harder than anybody at it.
Yeah, not so hard. I've been lame lately. What can I do? But I'm down on myself. You know, I'll give you a private look at my stomach. You'll see what I'm talking about.
You
I'd like
will?
I'd like to haul you into a room and let you see me nude.
Man.
It's weird. When Gary was on Fallon, I thought I didn't recognize Gary right away, and I thought it was they were promoting The Biggest Loser.
Oh.
You know, those people lose weight.
Oh, dear.
Nah, you were fine. What am I going to tell you? You know what I mean? It was good. It was a good appearance. I just had a couple of pointers that I thought could have helped you, but you're taking it the wrong way. So what
Well,
can
you
I
don't
do?
take you also don't take critiques that well.
I don't
Like,
need critiques. I'm hard enough. For
I'm just
myself.
saying,
You're in love with yourself.
when people when you get a news report and somebody talks about how you did something on the show, you don't take well to it.
Well, if it's true, I take well to it, but very rarely is it true in the media.
Exactly.
Media lies.
Almost never true.
Almost never true. All right. Thank you, Gary. Good luck with your TV show. One can only hope it's canceled. So the people here can get back to work. What?
Who's going to cover beef?
I'm not looking for you to be on VH1 Classic. I need an executive producer. That's what I'm looking for. Anytime you're working on VH1 Classic, I'd rather have you here.
So my vacation
That means
weekends, which is when we shot that.
All right. That's fair enough.
So we really went out of our way to shoot. I shot my
understand.
July vacation.
It's just I would prefer having a full-time executive producer and then take some downtime with his family and relaxes. So that's me selfishly.
Right.
That means I like you. Doesn't mean I hate you.
No, I think it means you want what you want for you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I want for me.
But like you're working on
That's
on
right.
your time off too, and I'm just saying I would like to be able to do what I want on my own time. You
Who
control-
stopped you?
Well, you are. You're saying
No,
I
I'm
don't.
not.
You just said.
I just said I prefer you didn't have another show.
Right.
I didn't tell you not to do it, did I?
No, you didn't. But you said I prefer it. But what else would you prefer I not do while I'm on
I
vacation?
prefer that when you're on vacation, you take a vacation, relax, and if you find yourself with the urge to work, you work on our show. That's what I would prefer. If you have that urge, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too much to say?
No.
All right. All right, that's all. That's my wish. Doesn't mean you have to comply. He walks out so defeated.
Mr. Dell'Abate,
Yes.
how seriously do you take Howard's criticism in the sense that he's saying, work on my show and nothing else? I'm
Well,
not-
I take it very seriously. I take this job very seriously. So, of course, when he says stuff like that, I take it seriously.
Will this mark the end of your outside appearances, for what it's worth, promoting?
No, but it will mark the beginning of a discussion that Howard and I should probably have off the air, a more sensible discussion where it doesn't get on the air, and because talking to Howard on the air is different. It's just harder to have a real discussion.
You've done outside appearances in the past. He's mocked some of them, but in a different way. Do you think the volume of outside appearances, like he was just mentioning with Ronnie, with even Lisa, or things attached to the show?
What? Probably. I can't answer what anybody else does. I can only answer for myself.
But are you a little resentful of the fact that other people are doing all these appearances and kind of compromising yours? I mean, you're at the top of the food
I
chain.
don't think that what they do should compromise what I do. I am dealing with myself, so I can't decide what other people are doing or should be doing.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about was, did you look back once more at your Fallon appearance and sort of critique your shirt? Did you agree with any of Howard's criticism of your physical appearance?
I thought I looked okay. I did not think I looked stunning, nor did I look fat and slovenly. I looked okay.
If you could go back in time, regardless of Howard's criticism, would you have changed your shirt? Looking at it a second.
No, I like that shirt. I would have kept that shirt. I think that shirt looks good. Hey, by the way, before did you watch the? Did you watch any of the video? It's mostly visual. Did you watch stuff from the Jamaica trip? The weirdest thing is fucking Stephanie. You know, Ronnie didn't get there, so Stephanie's on stage. Stephanie's doing the show now. She was Ronnie, because Ronnie was a day late, and she's doing a poem, and it was like long and weird.
I put the poem on. Towards the end, she says, you know, maybe one day he'll make me his wife.
Like if she's lucky.
You know what that's like? I got to think of a better analogy because she's dead and she's sort of a saint now. But it's like if you paid to see McCartney, although Ronnie's no McCartney, and you got Linda McCartney.
Yeah,
but
right.
that's not even right because Ronnie's no Paul McCartney.
Right.
Well, everyone's got these projects. I've got superstars surrounding me. I'm looking for somebody who isn't a superstar. I turned on the news yesterday. Oh, every newscast I hear is Lisa G's book. You better buy Lisa G's book, or we'll never stop hearing about it. I go, what do we have anybody here who just kind of does the show? Or am I nuts? And Ronnie's block party going to Jamaica? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's getting out of hand.
With Beetlejuice and, oh my God.
That was like an extravaganza.
Meanwhile, Ronnie was with me at America's Got Talent. Then he had to jet off to get to this fucking island that they were on. And then until Ronnie got there, Stephanie, Ronnie's girlfriend, was running the block party. I'm like, people paid for this? And I know
What do you
somehow.
mean she was running the block
I have
party?
nothing to do with this block party, and yet my name is sort of obviously attached to it. It's everyone from the Howard Stern show. So I'm sure the fans think I'm somehow involved or give my blessing to this thing. I fucking hate it. Excuse all my profanity. But it does piss me off.
Well, it's appropriate to the block party.
And now I guess Ronnie's girlfriend was in charge of the block party until Ronnie could get there, and she was up there reading poems.
Oh, really?
All right,
Like
so
Lucy.
What? She's like Lucy, yeah.
His
I
Debbie,
want to go
yeah.
to the show. Wah.
I want to be in the show.
Come on, Ricky. I want to be on the show.
All right, honey, you can go.
What's the matter?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. You're carrying on about
Yeah.
me now.
Block
what
party.
did I do?
I hate it.
I was there. I worked with you, and then I left.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. That part was fine. But then,
Okay.
like Stephanie's, I just
No,
hate the
here's
block
what
party.
happened.
I hate it. I hate
Here's
it.
what happened. Could you let me talk? Here's what happened. The block party was scheduled from Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
In
That already
Jamaica.
annoys me.
Okay. I was with you working. We had like a little comedy show set up for Thursday night.
Right.
So Stephanie had gone down on Wednesday with some people, like our promoter guy and Richie from Howard TV to
Right.
shoot it, and
Right.
Rachel and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
now she's part of this traveling circus.
this was not my idea. It was my promoter's idea
My promoter.
to have her.
What a
My
nightmare.
promoter, Sequoia.
Yeah. Well, let's end. When is the block party going to be done
Well,
officially?
we're booked up till December already.
Good. And let's end it after that, okay?
Why
That's
do we-
enough.
why?
Because
Why
I
you have to
hate
be
it,
like
and
that?
it's a reflection on me. And stop using all my guys.
I'm not
Get
using
your own show.
I stopped that.
Enough of
I
using
told
me.
you I stopped it.
Good. Enough with the block party. Let Shuli go back to doing his comedy show. You don't need to be doing that.
What am I doing? Well, I'm doing his hosting with JD.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
I just don't want my name associated with this shit. It's
But
terrible.
it's not your name. It's Ronnie Munn Block Party.
Yeah, I know. It has nothing to do with me.
I didn't.
It looks like I don't know any other show that has this. I'm talking about television or radio. I can't name one.
I thought you would like it.
I hate it.
The people loved it.
I don't care what the
we
people
had
love.
doctors, lawyers,
I couldn't
dentists
care.
there.
I couldn't care less what
People
the people
came from
love.
Canada saying how great it is.
Yeah.
You know, have people come down,
Good.
hang out.
I would prefer
I don't
this
get
little
it.
ancillary
I don't get
business.
you, man. I really don't.
I don't like the business off my radio show.
But when
I don't put together things like this for a reason. In other words, I could have years ago put together a traveling circus.
I know that.
I don't do it because I've got a tremendous pride in what I do. I didn't bargain for this Ronnie block party. It's a nightmare.
Why is it? I don't
because it's an embarrassing reflection on me.
It's a nightmare.
It's an embarrassing reflection on me. Huh? I don't want a Ronnie block party on my show. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't.
Then we're done. At the end of the year.
All right.
Oh, you're killing him.
Well, who cares if I'm killing him? He makes a great living being doing. I gave him a limo job. I have him a security job. I don't know what he wants from me.
I didn't say it wasn't. I
know you want to be famous.
I do it on my own time. I do it on my own time.
Everybody here's got an ancillary business, a side freak show off the business here. The show is the thing, not the Ronnie block party.
Well, I thought that was part of the show, kind of.
JD, I don't even think JD got any sleep on Sunday night. Came in here all fucking hangdog.
That's my fault?
Whose fault is it? Mine?
We left at 11 o'clock in the morning. How could he not get any sleep?
I don't know. We got here, and I think he went right straight to work, and that was the end of it. Who needs that? I don't need it. I need a guy fresh and bushy-tailed for work. Work!
I was here first thing in the morning yesterday.
No, I know you were.
I made sure we left early, made sure we got back.
What happened? Your girlfriend now is the Ronnie block party?
No,
now
I just told you what happened.
She got up and read a poem. Listen to this poem.
Oh, no.
All right, so I got a little surprise for you guys.
Who's paying for this? What did people pay to see Stephanie read a poem?
They loved it.
They loved it.
I'm telling you, they loved the whole weekend.
They loved that?
They had a blast.
I'm sure they did. They got to hang out with people from the Howard Stern radio show.
So why is that bad?
Because I don't want to be responsible for it.
But we didn't do anything bad.
I don't know what you do. I don't want to be. It's not my. I don't want anything to do with it.
We ate dinner with the people.
Yeah, I don't care.
We sat at the pool with them.
Go call someone up and have dinner with them. Be my guest.
I don't get it, man. All right.
I mean, God. The guys who work under you, like Terry, Terry the driver.
Right.
How about he starts going out and having Terry the driver parties?
Okay.
And then it reflects on you, and you don't know what's going on.
All right.
You follow?
I follow.
You want to be responsible for that? No, I don't. I'm not responsible for you.
We're not doing anything bad.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know these promoters. I don't know anything about it. It's not under my control. I have nothing to do with it.
I know that.
Remember the SEC came after me and I had nothing to do with it?
Well, me too.
But guess what? They came after me.
And me also.
Right. I don't want to hear about the Ronnie block party. It's crazy. Robin, what do you think of this?
Well, I hear what you're saying, and I understand that. I don't know how this all started. And I don't know how it became this big either.
I don't know. Shuley, Shuley, I guess, has stand-up.
Right.
Which he always did.
Yeah, but he was always involved with a group of people that were involved with.
Yeah, and then it morphed, and then that somehow fell apart. There was a falling out, and then they latched onto the idea of Ronnie's block party.
No, they didn't latch on.
What?
They didn't latch on.
They latched on. They latched on to an idea.
It was Scott the engineer's idea.
Yeah. Well, every bad idea comes from Scott, I believe. Yes, King of all blacks.
You know, Howard, you got to stop that block party.
I'll go sweep the streets, will you please? You and your big mouth.
I don't understand.
Maybe we should stop your shit show because nobody listens to that crap.
I think we did stop it.
Good.
No, we didn't stop it. Something happened.
It's done, man. You don't realize it. It's done. You're over.
Yeah, what's your point of view on this?
What is, first of all, you know what pisses me off? What does a girl have to do with it? Why does she sit home? Why does she sit home?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what this is. Sit home.
Yeah, sit home. Sit home. You do something else. You don't have to be involved with what I'm doing.
Mind your business.
I would tell my wife that.
Yeah, your wife. You lock her in a goddamn closet and you fucking lick her feet. Weirdo.
She's
friggin' weirdo.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, King of All Blacks, didn't you ask to be on the block party?
Oh, he begged, man. He begged.
I begged
You begged. I got the word that you begged to be on the block party.
I don't beg nobody.
Oh, you're full of shit, man.
I ain't never begged somebody in my life.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you begged your daddy for all the money you got.
So what? So what? I bought it.
So what? Yeah, so what?
It's so annoying. Anyway, here's Ronnie's girlfriend at the block party reading a poem.
Can I go? I got to go bring a guest.
Go ahead.
Since Ronnie loves his poems, I wrote one of my own.
Oh, this is good.
I was bartending away with plans in my hand. Sorry, I already fucked it up again. All right. Let me start that shit.
She's obviously learning the cursing from Ronnie.
Right. This is the way you address the block party crowd.
Over, I'm sorry. I was bartending away with my plans in hand. Then suddenly intruded this man. When he makes me laugh, he brings me to tears. So what if there's 33 years? Instead of dreams of a wild bachelorette for life, it turned into dreams of a partner for life. As he wooed me with his mysterious woman whispering ways, they engulfed me and I knew I would always have a place to stay.
I didn't think Ronnie's poetry could be made worse. Somebody could do worse than him.
We're really not all that risque.
Suddenly I missed the poem Winter.
Right.
It just seems to be our forte to seem that way. I fucked that line up too, I'm sorry. I Dutch oven him all the time.
Ronnie doesn't understand why I want this stopped.
Oh my goodness.
It's just, it's nothing I really approve of. You know?
Well, it's hard to tell you don't approve.
I really don't.
Well, I understand that, but when you've got the video cameras following you around,
right? Yeah,
and you know you get to promote it on the show, it doesn't seem like you don't approve.
Yeah, maybe if I stop all the promotion. I mean, yesterday I tuned in. I hear Ronnie's block party, Lisa G's book. There's a couple other things. Gary's TV show. Who else do we have? It's endless. The only guy I'm suddenly not angry with is Benji. Somehow him I like.
He's probably thinking up something right now to piss you off.
Yeah, how come he can't come up with something to piss me off? Suddenly he's the model employee. Yeah, well, this is my own doing. I kind of like it. Whenever somebody asks me, like, "Hey, can we go do this?" and I go, "I don't want to. I don't want to say no." But other shows, they don't have access. Like Letterman's organization, you can't get to Letterman to even ask him. The Rob Burnett is the acting prick, and he goes, "Fuck you! Are you crazy?" You're on the David Letterman show.
People are coming up and saying, "I want to be on the Biff block party."
Yeah,
I want to have the Biff block.
No, they're afraid to. But around here, everyone has access to me, and they're like, "Hey, do you care?" And then I'm like this nice guy that goes, "Yeah, I guess it's okay." I mean, surely going out and doing stand-up on his own time, I don't care. And, and all the promotion that goes on, and go see this one and that one, I'm going to stop it all. It's enough. It's too much. Right?
If you don't like it.
Yeah, and I shouldn't even be, Letterman doesn't have this in his day. He just goes to work, and everyone shits their pants when he shows up. I'm trying to get a Rob Burnett type to do that for me.
You want Gary to be the Rob Burnett, but Gary has projects.
Right. How can Gary tell people no? As soon as he sees an opportunity, he plunks right into it.
Listen, Howard, I would just say one thing, and I'm not trying to... Rob's off doing movies and TV shows.
Yeah, I know. But he's not on Letterman promoting it. I noticed Dave didn't have him on as a guest. Did you follow that?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. You guess or you know?
I know Dave didn't have him on.
Yeah, Dave didn't even show up at the fucking premiere of that movie. He didn't want anything to do with it.
But I know he was on CBS early show. He wasn't on a lot of shows.
Exactly. And guess who didn't like it? Dave. Our airwaves are cluttered with fucking projects. You know?
But it's always been this way.
I know. I'm changing it, though. Today.
Today, the new rule
Right.
is...
See, I shouldn't even have to make the new rule. Like, that's my executive producer's job. He should be cleaning all this shit up. And I should be like, oh, this is terrible what Gary's doing. I have a new project for everyone if they want to be in on it. It's called The Howard Stern Show. Oh, boss, that's so boring. Why should we just be involved in that? Yes, Manny, you're on the air.
Morning, everybody.
Hey.
Two things real quick. Gary definitely sounds pretentious, and I don't call my CD collection 600 pieces of plastic.
Oh, you should.
I mean, I think
How many pieces of plastic do you
I'm going to go home and count.
And I also have 496 individual files on my iPod as well.
Nice.
Yes, so.
Thank you, Manny.
Robin, come back to the studio, please.
All right.
All right. As soon as she can. I didn't even want to talk about this. I have so many other things to talk about, Robin.
Yeah, it got started because I guess you and Gary got into it
Yeah.
over pieces
of vinyl. Crazy, right?
You know, we talk so much about how, you know, that pretentious language pops up, like the radio language, and then he goes out and does it.
Yeah. Like, you want to be a collector of records, which I think is fine, you know, if you want to do that, but don't come up with your special lingo. Pieces of vinyl. How many pieces of vinyl do you own? I mean, it's ridiculous. And then when I challenge him on it, he gets mad at me.
Hey, Robin, you want to talk about pretentious? Let's get fucking vegucated.
He's so hurt.
Funny.
He's angry with us.
I know.
She doesn't go around saying, how many pieces of vegetables did I eat today?
Yeah.
Would this be a good time to start planning the final 8 months of the block party in extravagant fashion? I
In
mean,
December,
really
the last
go
show
out
is
with a
over,
bang.
and that's it. Goodbye. Okay? I'm not planning anything. We're booked till the end of the year.
Is greatly upset.
Oh, stop with your
you
fucking
look
words, man. What is
so
wrong with
upset
you?
right now? Why is the block party so important to you?
It's not. I don't give a shit. I'll
If you
cancel it
didn't-
right now. They can cancel every date. I don't care.
Okay, let's do it.
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
What are you doing?
'Cause I
What do
clearly-
you got to do with
You
it?
clearly don't mean that. It's important.
Cancel it right now.
The block party is part of you.
4
It's
sold-out
inside
shows
you.
in Boston in 2 weeks.
It's
Let
in
me
your
cancel
blood,
it.
Mr. Munn.
Cancel more. Go ahead. I don't give
Ronnie,
a fuck.
what will you do with all this? Ronnie, what will you do with all this spare time, with all these free weekends?
Have fun with my girlfriend.
Ronnie, the last question, real quick. Has Howard given you enough? Like he said, he gave you a job, a business.
I guess he hasn't
a
given
living.
you enough because you're breaking my balls.
No, you haven't given me enough.
I'm not giving you shit.
No, but why?
I'm not giving you shit.
Why do you yearn for more on the weekends? Hasn't he given you enough?
Hey, listen. We like doing it. I have a good time. If it's over, it's over. Fine.
In your opinion, is there
Oh
any
my
way this
God,
can be
he
saved?
goes on and on. He doesn't stop.
Can this party be saved, or is this party over?
Go and ask him. Go ahead, walk in
In
there,
your
big
opinion.
shot.
No, I'm
No,
asking
no,
you.
be a big shot. Let me see what a big shot you are. Go in there. You're the interviewer here. Go in there and ask him if the fucking thing is really over.
Well, Ronnie, that would
Go
be
ahead.
that would be silly.
Why would it be silly?
Because he's in the middle of being on the air. You're not on the air.
But he's talking about me and my block party. You're supposed to be interviewing me about that.
And that's what I'm doing.
Well, you're trying to get the full.
Why would I go in the studio
You're trying to
when I
get the
wanna
full
interview
scoop. No, you're trying to get the full scoop.
I'm trying to get your
Is it
opinion.
really over? Go ask
Don't
him.
Try to bait
Go
me
ask
into a
him if
worse
it's
match.
really over.
Mr. Mund, I'll
okay?
win every time.
All right. Goodbye.
Let me ask.
It's over.
Can I?
Go ahead,
I just
Mr.
want to. No,
Lee.
I want to elaborate on something Greg said earlier because I don't know if you got the question. Greg was saying, if the block party is going to end in December,
Yes.
why not between now and then just do huge extravaganzas and really make it count?
Because we have shows booked all the way to the end of the year, and I'm doing one a month, and that's it. I'm not adding any more on. The shows that we have booked already till the end of the year are all pretty pretty big venues, so I'm happy with it, and that's it. So if it's over in December, it's over.